Oh, no wick candles. I treat them like order blocks, basically. Like the market doesn't really like to leave them, and when it does, it wants to clear them as basically as soon as possible. But the whole as soon as possible doesn't have to happen. Like it could take days, it could take weeks. It really, I kind of go off of whatever the time frame is. If it's a 5 minute no wick, you have a lot higher chances of fixing that very soon. Whereas if it's a daily no wick, okay, I'm getting the fuck out of this position. I'll just wait for my retracement. I got out with like 3 pip profit. Nothing to be happy about, but also nothing to be sad about, which I'm fine with. What's up, everybody? As always, check the links in the description if you're interested in our, you know, our mentorship, our free Telegram room, our Instagram, joining our mentorship program. We would love to have you guys. But yeah, we're really just gonna hop into it. I guess a quick little recap. So, as I mentioned on the video update I did yesterday, we had 3 main sell levels. We had this support resistance, which we used. We had a 4 hour and then the prior weekly lows, support break, and 2K key level. So, we ended up getting um, the support resistance fall. So we're really just trying to continue with that. We had a little bit of news. Oh, wow. Of course, as soon as I closed that sell we want to expedite downwards again. We are expecting further downside towards this 1950 key level. We have this minor area that we are looking to sell right about 1973. However, we're starting to have this expedited downward pressure on these lower time frames. So we might not end up getting that retracement. It's kind of anyone's guess right now. But we're gonna see what we have, and we're gonna see what we can trade, and maybe snag another sell on the way down. US 30 really hasn't been following any of the things I want. We had that nice 80 pip sell yesterday right here, but we didn't end up making a lower low, and we ended up pushing up a lot higher back towards this area of support resistance that we used here, right? Where we now have a new double top. I had a minor area of demand that we just blew past, no signs of rejection. So, that is what it is. There is a new 4 hour candle right here that I will mark up for future trades possibly. And I am watching this. Where does that even come from? I don't know why that trend line looks so weird. It should be higher, and I'm not even going to throw that trend line in. I'm really just looking to see what happens here. I don't really know if I'm going to end up getting active on US 30, to end the week. I really wasn't expecting us to push back up so hard, and that kind of threw me off in terms of my analysis. And, that's fine. That happens from time to time. And, the best thing to do, in my opinion, in that scenario is really just wait for another valid setup, which, if we are going to continue this minor bullish trend, I would be looking at 38 or 6-1. So we'll see what happens at both of them. But if I'm just being very straightforward and easy, I probably won't end up getting a trade on US 30 today. I really just don't like this market structure. If I would have caught, so look, as you guys know that I tell all the time, right? I mark up these 4 hour and 1 hour opens when you have volatility, because like volume is pushed down, because more often than not, you come back to them to retest, right? And that's exactly what you had there come just prior to New York. You could have gotten a nice sell. You even had a little liquidity hunt right here. With a rejecting candle, you had a bearish candle to engulf the prior one. You would have entered here and targeted the lows, right? So obviously I missed that, so that's what I'm saying. If I don't have another valid setup, I'm just not going to take one. And for now, I don't really see anything that is very appealing. And since in my book, we didn't make a higher high, right? This was our lower highs. And then really we just had a liquidity hunt, which ended up pushing price straight down. So I don't call that a higher high by fucking 3 pips. So that tells me we're more likely bearish. And that doesn't really leave me any room for a sell entry. We could come back up towards that 4-hour level, for a retest and further sells, but it's nothing for me to really stress about. It's already Thursday. If we don't end up getting a valid setup to finish the week, that's fine. Mira, I've talked about that many times. I said how that's the first red flag I've gotten from that firm, from the Forex funder, is their whole payment issue, gateway issue. I haven't had any issues from it. I've gotten paid out from them, albeit it wasn't a $45,000 payout or anything, but I haven't had any red flags other than the payment gateway, right? That's the first thing that I've noticed that I'm like, you know what? This is a little bit fucking shady, right? Like, why are you having these issues? But I say the same with any firm that's new, right? Do your own due diligence. And, if you don't have money to spare, don't go with a firm like the Forex Funder. Go with the firm that pays out, that no one has issues on. Go with FTMO. Go with My Forex Fund. Go with Top Tier Trader. Go with the funded trader, right? There's like $2 million in those 4 or 5 firms I listed, right? You know what I mean? I'm on the Forex Funder because, one, I have a partnership with them. Well, not really partnership. I just fucking promote for them, right? And 2, I don't have any issues with them. I'm funded on other firms, even if they fuck me over. Me. I'm transparent with everything. I'll be the first one to hop on Instagram Live and start fuck you. You know what I mean? But yeah, that all I can really say about the whole payment gateway issue is it is very strange. There's no reason for it to have taken this long. And the only logical thing I can think is that they're fucking being cheap as shit and they don't want to pay for someone to fix their issue in a timely manner. So they're trying to handle it for the cheapest route, which I'm quality over quantity person. So I'll pay that money if it was my firm. And I'll be honest. Look, I'll say a second red flag is the fact that TJFX dude owns it. Dude, that dude doesn't know how to fucking trade. He's fucking retarded. And I mean that with all due respect. He's fucking retarded. He sent like 3 buy limits in the Forex Funder Telegram yesterday, and they all got like touched by a pedophile. Like, fucking annoying, right? So that's the second red flag. But until I experience an issue, and I don't have anything bad to say about it. It's the same as like if you're talking about a woman or a man, if you're go that way, right? If you see some red flags, all right, cool, right? You don't want a lot of them, though. And until you have an issue with said significant other, no reason to stress about it, right? I haven't had any issues, and the other thing I don't like about them is the fact their chat can take a while to get back to you if you have a minor issue, right? Or getting your funded account, right? It can take a little while, right? That's what you get for dealing with a new firm, right? Especially because everybody is trying to open up prop firms because they see it as an easy way to make money, which, look, it is, but it really just comes, you'll end up finding out who's going to be there in the long run when you have someone who's good come on and get a $40,000 payout. And if you can pay that out or not. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Everyone asked me if I owned the Forex Funder. Now, if I owned it, you guys would know. I would be like, look at my prop firm. Ho, I wish I owned it. I wish I owned a prop firm. I just don't have one right now. I have the best name for it, Forex Funded, but hey. Well, boys, I guess I should have held on to that sell that we had here. Shouldn't have been anxious, but hey, that happens. I'm going to get off this 5 minute because I don't like 5 minute. And really, you know, the only kind of entry we're going to get if it's not a pullback entry is going to be with the momentum. So maybe it does make sense to go back towards that 5-minute chart. But while I'm outside of the trade, I'm going to just take a little bit of a further look here at US 30 and see, you know, is there anything that I really missed or anything that we want to take note of prior to trying to have some kind of bias. And this is something I don't really like to do. I don't really like to quote unquote reevaluate the situation, you know, like midweek. I'm not going to say it's stupid to do that. I just, you know, prefer not to do it. I mean, we made a solid lower low, a local lower low, because this is the lower low. But then we rejected it right away. That's the thing that really threw me off. I did not expect that happening. All we did, as I said, is we came to this prior area of support resistance and we fell. So more likely what would happen is we'll have a push back down to the lower end of that support resistance and 6-1, and then a bigger retest, a bigger pullback and retest, and I would try to get a sell, right? Whether or not I buy that area is really going to just depend on the price action that we receive from that area, right? If we get good price action and some nice rejection candle, I would look to. But other than that, like there's nothing really hinting at. There's a wide range from what I would call 33,200 all the way down towards 3350 that would possibly be used as buying. This 38 could be used to push us up, you know, towards that breakout area or towards that 4-hour level. So that is another thing I will be looking for. But yeah, I have no idea what's going to happen there. I will send that out to the people in the mentorship though. It looks like gold has only continued lower. Yeah, we're going to have to get it in the momentum trade, you know. I might go for this little risky biscuit right here with lower lots because we just engulfed that just like here. So if you put your stop at the highs of that consolidation, you will get a valid trade. It's just riskier than you want because it is a momentum trade. It's not, you don't really have anything else. But I am going to enter that, you know, with a 69 stop. And, you know, like I say, my mentorship knows like that's something we look for, and you can see why you have to be watching because you engulf it and then you're supposed to basically instantly start going. And that's basically what we're having. So it's almost like I talk about it a little bit too late, but that's part of that entry style. You know, you're expecting quick movement. You know, anyone who's a member of our mentorship, they've heard that a million times. I've mentioned it on videos multiple times. But yeah, I'm already rejecting, but you kind of just got to enter the trade if you want it and then really hold it towards your level. You know, if you look, the last time we were here and we were breaking lower, we came straight to 43, pushed back up. Multiple times you kept retesting that 50 key level, and there's like basically 3 taps. So as some people call it, you got like clean traffic there. So the only thing you really would have to worry about is just the unnecessary, in my opinion, the unnecessary push to the upside, which is, I don't want to necessarily call it manipulation. It's just unnecessary moves that the market is doing because the market has a mind of its own at times. You know what I mean? But yeah, that is an entry that, you know, if someone wanted to do their own due diligence or wanted to take, that's on them. I'm not here to give financial advice. But in my book, we're headed to 1955 key level, 1950 key level with that $10 rule implemented. So 45 to 55. And we have a 4-hour level at, we'll call it 54. So that's where we're headed in my opinion. And at that level, you're more than likely, whether it's the 4 hour or whether it's the bottom end of that key level range, you're more than likely when you get a rejection to get a 30 to 50 pip pullback, right? As people who have been selling all week, as people who are in this trade that know what they're doing are taking some profits, you're likely to get that. That doesn't mean you will, but you are likely from a key level to have a bounce, an initial bounce. Yeah, I mean, we went over that multiple times about the, key level to key level. We broke past 2K. We didn't really even retest 2K, which is fine. You don't need that retest. We can be saving that for next week. We can come to 1950 key level, bounce off of it to end the week. And then next week, we can have our eyes set on a bullish week with a retest of that 2K key level or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So it's really anyone's guess. That's the thing with trading. And it's really just about your skill set and how you enter those trades and how you manage them and the analysis you have. But yeah, we'll see. As long as this 1 minute doesn't do some crazy shit and close back above this prior wick right here at 63.9, 63.7, we should be fine for continued movement. And then ideally, after we have one more 5-minute close that's lower, you'll be able to tighten stop to about break even and then just wait for that 1955 level. But it's really anyone's game, as you guys know. Hi, I've tagged you in a post of a giveaway. Can you consider me for the giveaway? I can't consider anybody. I'm going to be honest with you. It's completely random. We have a giveaway picker. It's a website, and we do it on live. So I'll consider you, you know what I mean? I'll consider you. But there's no way I can be like, you know what? I want this person. I don't pick them. It's a random giveaway. But you can enter as many times as you want. So the more entries you have, the higher probability you have of winning said giveaway. So good luck. If you guys haven't entered that giveaway yet, check the Instagram links in the bio. It's 2 100K accounts and 1 50K challenge account. So, that could get you a nice little head start in the funding department. We like to do these giveaways as often as possible. I try and do one at least once a month. You know what I mean? If I could, I'd be doing one every single week. But yeah. Already running nice little profit. But we really just don't want to see us break the prior wick high and definitely not close above it. Breaking it, if we reject it immediately, I'd be fine with. If we close above it, I would just cut my loss, which if you end up closing above it, you're probably going to be a lot higher than just a wick. But, as I say, it's nothing really to stress out about. I guess kind of the biggest concern we might have coming up, if I'm just putting it on the table, is this 9:30 New York stock open where you could have a decent sized pullback. But we'll see what happens the next 5 minutes. Hopefully we get a small blue candle at the worst, and at the best, we just continue down. That's anybody's game. I mean, if you guys have been following the videos, the updates, you've gotten multiple entries off of the updates alone, and really we just do that just to kind of show what we're capable of, before you guys end up joining, the mentorship. But hopefully you've been able to find that some use, even if you're not planning on joining us. I think we'll have no problem tapping into this level, which is literally that key level. You have 44 at the bottom, 55 at the top. I think we'll have no problem tapping into that today. It's really just a matter at this point of hoping, which I hate to say hoping because that's not how you're supposed to trade, but hoping we don't have to exit this position and or get stopped out. Stopped out. Mirror at, I'm using 6-9. Which in theory should be a little bit higher because of my fucking spread on my broker is fucking 5 pips. Fucking retarded shit. Oh, wow, that was loud. Yeah, if you guys are watching this YouTube live, make sure you drop a sub. Make sure you hit that like button. Follow us on Instagram. Follow the free Telegram room. It's all free, and it's always you can get more educational content without having to pay a dime. I know you guys like to click buttons to enter trades, so you should have no problem clicking a few buttons to support us. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Almost there. I must count my money. See you later. All right, Murat. See you. I think I need a new chair. Every time I move, it makes noise. Send help. That was a decent candle close, I'll be honest. See if we can get the continuation right here in this 5. Yeah, she about to melt. It's really looking that way, I must say. She's really looking like I mentioned how we have that. I hate using that word clean traffic, but we have basically nothing from about 65 to 55. It could even be higher where we have essentially nothing. It could have been 69. For some reason, I'm remembering 69. I mean, past price action, if you look at these wicks that we had grabbed, it's really like right here. Right. So 62 to 69, right? If you really look, really what we have from there is straight push down and then some sideways consolidation right here. So I think we should have no problem getting to 55 with a possibility of touching, whether it be the bottom end of that 50 key level, so 45. And, there is that possibility that, we want to push lower to grab off of, let's call it 1939, 1940. It's really anyone's game, but I do feel like she's going to melt, and it's really what we're hoping for. It's been a good week though. I can't complain. It's been really good trading thus far. Hoping to, really finish it out with a banger. You know what I'm saying? I will tell you right now, if I'm wrong about 55 and if we do just come all the way down to 38, I'm done for the week. Even then, I already said that earlier with 55. I was like, well, if we get to 55 and reject, I'm probably done for the week. If we get to the 40, even 40, I'm done. No reason to continue to trade. No reason to do anything on Friday. Keep your profits and enjoy your 3-day weekend. I think maybe 4-day. For some reason, I thought Monday was a holiday, but maybe I got that information wrong. Let me find out. No holiday. I'm tripping. Sorry. Running a nice little 40 pip. See if we can catch this full, we'll call it 100 pip at a minimum. I'm not gonna say minimum, right? Because we could get reason to get out before, but at this rate, you gotta really think back to you really got to think back to all the things I'd be teaching you guys about key levels. If you have a key level that you've broken below, and you're showing everything, all kinds of signs to go lower, your chances are you're going to be heading towards your next key level, right? And in this instance is that 1950 key level. So no reason for us to jump ship. Really just hold it and wait. And as long as this 5-minute candle closes nice and below that prior 5-minute low, 30 minutes shouldn't be able to hurt us that bad if we had a pullback. Even then, I don't, at this point, I feel like we just have expedited sell pressure down towards that level. We got the institutions, following the institutional flow, I guess you could say. We got 45 pip profit. Nice little 45 pipper so far, thus far, whatever you want to say. Well, here comes that 30-minute. Let's see what we can do. In theory, you can tighten your stop up to 65.5 if you wanted. What 30-minute candle look like? Not bad. 15, not bad. Everything's not going to be looking shitty, but excuse me. I'm also in your $10 entry. See, that's a better giveaway to be in, if I'm going to be honest. The $10 giveaway, because you spend $10, you get the opportunity to win lifetime mentorship and a 20K prop account, right? Obviously, you don't get as big as a prop account, but that lifetime is a value of $600. And I mean, we're public with how many people are in. There's only like 30 people who are in. And of those 30, I'm pretty sure like one person bought like 8 tickets. So you got a better chance to win that. Whereas the funded account giveaway on our Instagram, it has like 2,100 comments. Obviously a lot of those are going to be duplicates, people entering 30, 40, 50 times, but it's still more people than the $10 one. I know there's people who are like, I don't want to spend $10 for a giveaway. All right, then don't. We're trying something new. Which if you're interested in that giveaway that I mentioned, either of them, the Instagram one that's free to enter, or the one where it's $10 per ticket and you have the opportunity to win a lifetime mentorship and a $20,000 prop challenge, I should say. I'm not giving you a funded account, but a prop challenge. Those details are in our free Telegram, which also the links are in the description of this video if you're on YouTube. Nice continued downward pressure. Well, we're not going to get that pullback, so I can get rid of that. What are we running? 55 pip profit. Nice little gains for the day. Something slight. I got this thing removed off my hand yesterday. I had like a cyst. Sounds gross, I know. And they wrapped my hand up, and oh my God, I want to take it off so bad. It's so irritating to me, and I want to take it off, but they said I got to wait 24 hours. So I got till like 2 p.m. I want to take it off already, though. And as they're doing it, they're like, yeah, there's an 80% chance it comes back. And I'm like, hold on, what? You know what I mean? Like, why are we doing this then? It was going to come back. Like, what? What do we got now? Almost 60 pips. We should really just be en route to our 55 key level, which I've mentioned 15 times in the past 2 minutes. I just wish we could get a nice burst of volatility and come and hit that 55, and then I don't care, right? And then I'm like, do whatever you want. I take my partials, I put my stop at break even, and boom, I don't care. Whatever happens, happens. You know what I mean? But you know that patience in the market goes a whole bunch of ways. Patience for your entry, patience with your entry, patience when there's nothing to do. It's not just waiting for your entry. It's not just while you're in your trade, right? It's everything. So everyone wants to press a button and make $1 million, right? But no one wants to wait for that $1 million, which is, in my opinion, more than half of the skill gap in trading is being able to be patient for said entry, said trade to hit TP. Everyone wants everything now, which, yeah. Yeah, Mark, I mean, I struggle with it too from time to time, with whether it's any aspect of that. I definitely still struggle with the patience in the market. You know what I mean? Like, you get in a trade and then 30 minutes later you have 1,000 pips. And then your next trade, it takes you 4.5 hours to get 20 pips. You're like, oh my God. But just because it's taken forever doesn't mean you necessarily want to get out of that trade. It could be a perfectly valid trade, and you really just need to sit back and be like, all right, let me give her the time she needs. This is Pablo, by the way. I was like, who's Mark? What's up, Pablo? I was really like, who the fuck is Mark? But yeah, man, it's just part of the game. What do we got? 70 yet? Almost. Got some people sending profit shots in the mentorship. Y'all know I love to see that. I love to see y'all winning. Hopefully some of y'all on YouTube maybe took the incentive and took the entry with us, because I sent it as a signal, right? But on YouTube, you guys hardly don't even hit the like button. So why am I going to give you a signal? No offense. Another part that's hard for me, Pablo, with the patience is like, I'm quick to take partials. And then my trade, which could have given me maybe 3%, ends up giving me 0.75 or 1%. And then I look back and I'm like, man, if I would have just been patient and said, look, there's nothing telling me to take partials other than I'm at a level that I like. But that's not a bad example of where the patience lacks. I mean, you're still making money, but that's why, if someone, people are like, who make the best traders? Like, if someone literally has so much trauma in their life that they have no feelings or emotions, I think they make the best trader. Me, I I don't want to say I get anxiety over my trades because I don't, but I get impatient and I get emotional, right? Not emotional about the money, but emotional with the fuck. Am I make? Is this the most amount I'm going to see? Fuck. Should I get in? Should I stay? Should I get out? Stuff like that. I don't. To me, it's as I say, whatever you want to see in profit, you have to be able to see in loss. And if you can't stand to see that, you're looking for too much money or you are using too much risk. One or the other. All right. Which one or both? There's that little bit of volume I'm expecting. Maybe it'll continue. Maybe it won't. Who knows? Find out on today's episode. I swear during this trade down, I've taken like 45 screenshots of my entries. And I don't know why, because in my opinion, I don't know. I just like I'm already going back and deleting them all. And I swear to God, I have a million of them. What are we running now? 78 pips. Nice. Solid day so far. Should only get better. We definitely could tighten the stop up to break even now. I hate when it does that. I know it's not closed, asshole. What are we at? Plus 75. Plus. You really take your partial profits whenever you see fit, right? Me, I'm trying to wait for that 55 level, right? But who knows? Maybe we'll end up getting out a little bit earlier with our partials. Ideally, I'm trying to hold them, though. I took my first partial. Not too happy with how bullish this candle is. Obviously, it can turn around on us and say, "Oh, who cares?" But I don't want to get ruined. So yeah, and I'm playing. My stop loss has been at break even. And then, we'll see. Let's go to like a 15. We haven't had any sizable pullbacks since we made that low. And that 15 is really starting to just demolish us. I'm hoping that this 5-minute just turns around and ends up closing below the prior high, I guess. But if it ends up being rather blue, like it's looking now, rather democratic, we will possibly see that maybe 38%, which is at our entry, which means you would get taken out, which is why you want to have those partials taken. But at the end of the day, nice 70, 75 pip trade, depending on how quick you got that entry. Nothing to complain about, right? You got your stop loss at break even, so you're not going to lose any money, right? You took in partials. There's nothing at all to complain about. And then ideally, best case is you get some minor consolidation like you had here. You get an engulfing and you enter like here, right? Because if you had that kind of thing happen here, you'd be able to get a sell down towards, call it 50, call it 45. We don't know. We'll see. See what the stock open did. Oh, wow. Ended up coming back to that level that we was looking at, which I was too preoccupied with gold to even think about an entry, which is fine. I'm not really worried about it. Nice 38 smack too. So ideally what you want to see is you want to see basically this. You want to see us break it, break these lows, and then a possible retest. But like I said, I'm not in this trade, so I really don't give two shits what happens. I'm not a big fan of those being in one trade that's in profit and then entering another one. Like I will, but since I had just gotten into gold, like I was like, I don't want to just get into US 32. You know what I mean? That's just me and how I like to trade. Surprised I caught alive with my notifications fucked again. What's up, KG? Yeah. You know what? I'm really thinking about getting out of this. I'm gonna leave that runner, but I'm really contemplating leaving my runner now. And like I still have this sizable entry, but I'm thinking about getting into my 10% if this 5-minute candle is gonna go crazy. But I'm hoping it kind of shapes up like over here, and maybe we get one final entry. But we're so close to that key level that if we didn't get the entry, it'd be fine with me. How have you been, KG? I'm in at 75. Got stop loss 64. Missed 84, 89 was sleep. Yeah. How's the munchkin? I don't know, but I did find that I had like an old Facebook account that she didn't block, so I got to see updated pictures. That's nice. That's nice. Waiting on that court bullshit. Dude, of course she's still acting like that. Of course, dude. Oh. It's not like she's gonna wake up one day and be like, okay, here, come see your kid. She's being a bitch for no reason. So, you gotta take that court route. And I mean, you know why I've waited so long. You know how I was last year, right? Now I'm sober for, let's find out, for 4 months and 18 days, right? That's the only thing that's been holding me back because I know she was going to be like, well, he's a drunk. I'm going to be like, nah, bitch, no, I'm not. Suck a dick. People on YouTube are like, what the fuck is he talking about? I'm talking about my kid and my shitty baby mama who doesn't let me see her. But yeah, man. Mm. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I've always been like, from the beginning of the scenario situation, I was just like, all right, whenever I can come with what was I calling it? Like whenever I come with the home run is when I'm gonna come. You know what I mean? Like when I come with every single base loaded, everything to where I have the best possible chances of getting the most possible visitation times, or possibly even like, I don't really care about full custody. I'm gonna be real, but I don't want there to be a stone that I left unturned and then I get hit, I get blindsided with. You know what I mean? But yeah, it is what it is. I'm not, I'm not too worried about it. Yeah. Like the situation sucks, but man, it's life. So one day at a time. Gold drops, we will feel better. Yeah, definitely. I'll feel amazing if it goes to my fucking 40 level or 38, whatever the fuck. I don't care at this point. I already have sufficient profit for the day. So everything from now on is really just what I consider bonus, right? I'm not one of those traders that tries to make $8 million per trade. If I can make 0.5% or more a day, I have a good day. Because if you do that, if you make an average 0.5% a day and you trade 3 days a week, right? That's 1.5% times 4 weeks is what, like 6% a month. Obviously, yeah, you're hoping that's an average. That way, if you're having to pass a prop firm, that you get your 8 or 10%. But hold on, someone's calling me. I wish I wasn't on YouTube so I could play music that wasn't that stupid DCMA free stuff. Because, oh my God, I'm tired of it. KG, are you funded right now? I forgot where you told me you stand in your process. I thought you told me you had got funded, but I don't really remember. I would imagine you're funded, even if it's 10K. I mean, you fucking know what you're doing now, that's for sure. I had a 25K funded. Well, what happened? Had is crazy. What happened? I mean, as long as you know what happened, where you went wrong, that's really all that matters. You know what I mean? What did someone say in this YouTube chat? Finally, a new YouTube chat comment. Nice trade. Thanks, Victor. Victor. We both know my only problem. Emotion. And man, I swear to God, that's everybody's problem. Like you could have the road, you could have a rigged trade, and 99% of people are still gonna have an emotional issue with a trade that they know is gonna go to a certain level. I can say I would. You know what I mean? I would have an emotional problem with it. That's why, I'm very heavy on the risk management. Like to me, the risk management is what saves you or kills you. I mean, everyone should know that, but it's just more the reason to have solid risk management and to really like realistic gains create a constantly profitable trader. I'm not saying that you can't take your account and double it, but how many times are you going to do that? You know what I mean? Now, as if you just go and you're aiming for 0.5% a day, you can easily replicate that day in, day out. Worst case, you don't get a trade. Well, worst case, you lose a little bit of money, right? But that's part of the game. You know what I mean? And as long as you have risk management in check, it's very easy to be profitable, aside from the fact that those emotions do get in the way of everybody. Just know you're a big help. I'm guessing that handshake means help. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's what we're here for. We're here to help. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even me, like my emotions, like I said, I don't hide it. My emotions get in the way. I want to exit this trade right now. I want to be fully out of it, but there's no reason for me to be out of it. I have made more than my 0.5% today. There's no way I can lose a cent on my entry. All I have is a runner at break even stop loss. So why are my emotions still telling me to get out of the trade? Oh, because I want to take X amount of profit instead of none or instead of less. But at the end of the day, it's like when I hold those runners, I mean, I closed a lot of runners yesterday. I was actually kind of upset I did. But I mean, you guys saw, like my highest entry is 2046. No, 2061, right? I have only 0.1s running on those. I had only 0.01s. I had 0.1s. I had 10% of the entry, right? Yesterday, I decided to take 0.9 off the table because I was like, well, we have more of a chance to bounce, so I'll take them. And I bagged like $4,500 in 0.09s alone, right? But then we extend it lower, and I'm like, well, fuck, right? And they're still running great profit, about $1,000 in profit on 0.01s, albeit it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 0.01s. But yeah, I'm not the happiest with this minor bottom we formed. I think we might end up pulling back. So if you want to get fully out of the trade, I'm not holding it against you. Go for it. But and then the whole reason I went on that little rant about those point oh ones and shit is like those runners will keep you paid. None of them have a stop loss that's positive. They're all break even and they're all making me a lot of money. I mean, relatively, but I mean for point oh ones having $847 in profit for point oh ones, 8 of them, that's good. You know what I mean? And they've all given me maybe 9 grand total on what I've closed. All right, yeah, I think it might be time to. All right, never mind. I can't say time to get out because we have to break that prior wick over here with the body. Because right now we just look like over here, this consolidation, but in a different area. But if you wanted to get fully out, get fully out. We just had an hourly close too, so let's see how that's looking. Oh, maybe even a 4 hour. Oh yeah, nice 4 hour, well below that level. So yeah, we still should be able to hit 55 today, possibly lower. 15 looks ugly as shit. What the fuck is that? KG, you know that's not my firm, right? Like I don't own that firm. If I owned that firm, I would be giving out people. I would like literally give like a 10K account to everybody in the mentorship. I don't own that firm. I wish. I can't even say I wish because if I really wanted to open a firm, I could do it. I'm just like, I don't really particularly give a fuck about having one. I don't own the Forex Funder, KG. What are you talking about? No, I'm pretty sure TJFX owns it. It's another fucking E-list trader. I don't own it, man. Dude, if I owned it, I wouldn't have a 20% discount. It would be like, look, literally, here's a 50% off if you're a mentor, if you're in the mentorship, or I'm giving you a 10K. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like I don't see those as cash grabs. Like a lot of people who start them, they see them as, oh my God, I can get a shit ton of money in challenge fees, right? No, I see it as, look, that's a way I can make 20% a month off of all these other traders. And then they're profitable. You know what I mean? Like I would just be giving them out to people. But I don't. That's a really good idea now that I think about it. I should open a firm and be like, look, if you're on a mentorship, um, I don't really remember what I sent. Like what the last update I sent was. Let me look. The one I sent early on US 30 was saying how I wanted us to come towards 50% and possibly pull back. That's still kind of the case. I updated it saying we would probably pull back towards this broken support level, and it was 38 too. We did that and started to sell, but I mentioned how I didn't end up getting in on the trade. So yeah, ideally, I still want us to come towards that 32, 33 to 50 area. But, you know, my eyes got very preoccupied with gold, so I didn't end up getting in on it. I do think this gold price action is really just trying to get people to buy, just to be able to fucking take their money. But I mean, we're so low that I'm like terrified to enter a new position. And like I said, like I made above my 0.5% that I aim to make every day. So I really don't want to lose any and get closer to 0.5, right? Because I'm right about 0.75 right now for the day, right? So I prefer not bringing it closer to 0.5. You know, that's just me personally. I'm very like conservative with it. But if I'm being honest, like we're really just seeing a consolidation be formed here. So if I was going to get in, what I would look for is an engulfing bearish candle to engulf the lows. And then on the next open is when I would sell it. And I would really be wanting to see like 45-ish, right? Because if all you did was engulf it and then you bounce off of that 53, like you don't have a lot of risk to reward. You barely have anything. So that would be a possible entry. I'm over here thinking about the days when they really don't know Peter, the mentor, up for 2 to 3 days, then 3-4 days. What do you mean? I'm confused. Be on the Zoom for days, bitch. I mean, I try to go live like anytime there's something to do. If just because New York's open doesn't mean you're having reasons to get in or anything to talk about. But I'm trying to do them more often. I'm really trying to grow, the mentorship. So trying to do, excuse me, like today we did live for the members only for about half an hour to an hour, and then we started the YouTube because I'm trying to grow the YouTube, right? But yeah, I think this might be the end of our trade. These candles are only showing that we want to go higher. It's either showing that we want to go higher and pull back, or we're trying to literally form a in terms of a 5-minute chart, a big consolidation to grab as much liquidity before going down, right? Which is why I don't want to try and sell these consolidation highs. I just wait for that engulfing. You know what I mean? Like some days there's literally nothing for me to get on live and say, you know what I mean? And I'm not someone who wants to come on and pull shit for 30 minutes. I'd rather just do it when it makes sense. Join mofos. I would be up about 1% if we didn't take that small loss in an Asian session because I was impatient. Even when I had an analysis that said we were going to bounce off of this area, I still, for some stupid fucking reason, decided that this was a sufficient double top, and then I sold it in here, and then it just fucking took my stop by 8 pips. I had 85 as a stop, and the high is 85.9 or something. But I mean, and that took about 0.2%. So if I wouldn't have taken that and I would have just waited, in addition to not losing the money, I would have made a lot more money because I ended up getting in about 82 after we fell right on this consolidation. I ended up entering. But then coincidentally, I had to stop. I had to take profit on that. I think it was that 75 level. So like I still missed out on a lot of profit in there too. Coincidentally, that's not the right word. Coincidentally or something. I don't know. And you guys should know me. I'm not someone who wants to stare at a screen all day long, right? That's not freedom in my opinion. So hopefully we either get a break of this this minor consolidation, or we break downwards, and then I'm able to get off soon and just enjoy the rest of my fucking day. If you're in this YouTube live and you haven't dropped the like, you're lacking. You got to drop that like, got to drop that subscribe. Shit, if you're happy, post us on your Instagram story. You know what I mean? Tag us, Forex Funded. I don't care. You don't have to do that part, but at least drop a like. Come on now, it's free. And definitely be a member of that Telegram, free Telegram room. I want to take this thing off my arm so bad. They told me to leave it on until 2 p.m. What's 4 hours going to do, though? You know what I mean? In my head, like, what's 4 hours going to do? Think I should just take it off? Or I should listen to the doctor? I want to take it off. I think I'm going to take it off. Like, what's 4 hours going to change? Yeah, I'm leaning more towards this pullback. This pullback to maybe 65, and then on the off chance we decide to go a lot higher, I'd be looking for that prior daily low area with 61 being right there too. I like that fib more from our daily high. Should be the daily high. 85.91, yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think that's where I'm going to leave things. You know, we got our stop at break even. We got our partials taken, our runner left. We got alerts set. For some reason, we have 2 of them. So I will be looking for either one of 2 things, right? I'll either be looking for a break of those lows with an engulfing candle to come towards our level, possibly that pullback and push down towards 45, or we're just going to end up breaking up towards either 38 and back down to the current lows, or we'll end up coming towards 61, prior daily low in that little area of supply. US 30, as I mentioned, this is starting to look like yesterday. It's giving me like flashbacks where I had the analysis I wanted to come lower, and then it just shit on everybody. So, like I said, I'm really not interested in US 30 right now. I really only trade US 30 when I have like perfect scenarios like this, where you collected that 1 and 4 hour sell level. If I would have been able to get that on a 15-minute where you hunted the highs, instantly rejected and got in here, right? So my trade would have looked something like this. And I would have been targeting these lows, where I then would have put the stop at break even, and then I would have just pulled it down towards 38. I would have looked to take profit, and I would have just looked to go lower. That would have been nice, but you know, I wasn't awake at, actually I was awake at 7:15. I just was not on the charts. I don't think I was started about 8. Yeah. So it's tricky for me to say here, but I still would basically be following this same kind of pattern. And then you could say that if you end up breaking those lows, look for that retest and towards the prior weekly low. This area is kind of already played out. So if I had to rely on one of the 2, I would rely on further pullback or the break and retest. But as I said, like I'm not really loving what I'm seeing, so I'm not interested in it. So yeah, hopefully you guys learned something new. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the live, and hopefully you guys dropped a sub, dropped a like, follow the free Telegram room, and we'll see you guys